you're looking for a good place to invest your money? Try pork futures, not the kind based on livestock. Yeah, that's okay. I get it, scoreboard. The kind based on pork barrel projects approved by Congress. In a year where just about every measure of the economy is down, pork barrel spending actually, yes, it went up about 14% to nearly $20 billion. And that's just for the 2009 budget. Who knows what's going to happen to the trillions the Obama administration wants to spend in 2010. Citizens Against Government Waste have combed through all the documents, released their latest pig book, and here to power rank his top pork is David Williams. David, good to see you.
Good to see you.
There we go.
It's that time of year again. It's that time of year.
You know, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. But, you know, before we get into the specifics, David, I just have to ask you, why do you separate pork out specifically from the $800 billion stimulus plan, which in my mind was almost all pork?
Well, that $800 billion, that $1 trillion is government waste. So there's government waste, then there's pork. Two different, same sides of the coin. So there's a lot to parse here. All
right. Well, in terms of the pork spending you focus on, number 5 is swine odor itself. We're talking pork smells vis-a-vis Tom Harkin.
We were shocked that this was being done in Iowa. We thought it was being done in D.C. to measure this swine odor and manure management. That's what we thought.
And it's literally to monitor the smell of pigs.
The smell of pigs, I got to tell you something, they smell.
Yeah,
Pigs smell.
Right, exactly. Like we need a $1 million study for that. Number 4, we're talking about Montana sheep now. Tell us about that.
The Montana Sheep Institute, and this is not where sheep go to learn. This is where sheep go to get sheared. And this is corporate welfare at its worst because it's benefiting one industry and one industry only, yet taxpayers are paying for it.
Unbelievable. Number 3, a theater. You got to spend money for theater, but not necessarily tax money. In this case, they did.
Well, apparently they had enough money. There was $237,000 for this earmark. But last month they hosted Larry the Cable Guy. He's pretty expensive to get to come to your theater, so apparently they had enough money to bring him to the theater, and I hope that the former representative, Jerry Weller, has a nice seat right in the front so he can watch all these performances.
I'm sure he does. But the point is they had enough money for Larry the Cable Guy, and yet they still needed to spend $250,000 of our bucks.
And they didn't get her done.
No, they didn't get it done. Number 2, $951,000 for an energy-efficient street lighting session down in Detroit. What's that about?
Well, we almost gave this the award of arranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. I mean, this is really what you're worried about in Detroit, is energy-efficient lighting? Come on, people. There are bigger issues in Detroit right now rather than green lighting.
Exactly, like keeping a job. All right, number 1, we're talking $9 million, $9.5 million for Corridor H. What is Corridor H?
Corridor H is this road that's being built in West Virginia by Senator Robert Byrd, the grandfather, the great-grandfather of all pork, of all government waste. And this road is going to be connecting with Virginia, and Virginia has no plans on building a road to meet Corridor H, yet hundreds of millions of dollars are being spent for this project.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And so it goes. It will continue for long. But again, you got to expand the reach of your definition of pork to include at least the stimulus plan, which is $800 billion, if not most of the budget.
We're looking through it.
All right. Dave Williams, good to see you. Citizens Against Government Waste. Thanks for being